drum in the Holy Spirit and the power that is going to flow through our communities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Holy Spirit, the other thing that happens in there, you read and hear that Christ is before all things, and in him all things hold together. I want to talk about unity for a moment. When I talked about this last night at the vigil, there's a misunderstanding about what unity is, okay? There are a lot of people calling for unity right now. And I do too. But I want to make sure we're clear about what that means. And one of the things that we need to talk about is what it doesn't mean, okay? Unity does not mean excusing racism. Unity does not mean overlooking those things that we have swept under the rug for so long. Unity does not mean saying, oh, you're sorry, okay, let's go on. That's not unity. That's fake. That's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Unity, and I want to use the example I used last night, which is that of South Africa. When apartheid ended, they did not just pick up as though life went on. They did something really powerful in their society. They held truth and reconciliation committees and groups, and they went through this process because they understood that in order to truly heal, to get unity, you have to be honest, you have to tell the truth, because that's the only way you get reconciliation. We have to be honest in our society that we live in a racist society. And that's what drives the anti-immigrant stuff, that's what drives xenophobia, that's what drives so much of it. We live in an anti-gay society in many ways, although thank God that has actually seriously shifted. There are still small ways that that's not the case, but we're making huge progress in that sense. We live in a society that allows us to hate people. And in this case, we're seeing that people doing that are being rewarded for it. And that's not okay, that's not unity. We have to tell the truth if we are to reconcile. We have to tell the truth about how racism works and about how it works within us too. If we tell the truth, and we have others telling the truth, if they see the courage of those standing up to tell the truth, then I believe there's a road to reconciliation that can happen. But it is hard work. Unity is hard work. All that fakey, nice stuff, that's easy. Jesus wasn't nice. How nice was it to toss the tables in the temple court? I don't think he was looked at as a nice guy right then. But he was doing what was right. Sometimes raising Cain is the right thing to do. I was going to say another word, but I figured that was right. Sometimes making a stink, protesting, that's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. And here's where we get to what's sometimes difficult. That's letting people do things in their own way. I will be on the streets. I will have a picket sign. I will have a banner. I will put my body literally on the street if that's what it takes. I will put my body between those who want to harass and their victims. I will do that. I have the gift of martyrdom. Bring it on. Not everybody has that, and that's okay. There are some people who are very, very effective at making phone calls to congresspeople, at making phone calls to electors who will meet December 19th. There are people who are very adept at using social media for good. There are people who are adept at speaking one-on-one to people and having those heart-to-heart conversations that can change people's minds and lives. Do that if that's your call. Find what it is that works for you, that feeds your passion for justice, and do those things. And don't feel like you have to do it like I do. And I'd like to have thousands of bodies out there doing what I do, but not everybody can do that, and I have to allow you to do it your way too. We all have to understand that we all have a role to play, and it will be different, because we need all those different things. Mm-hmm. It takes all of those different ways of approaching this for it to work. When we do that, we can achieve unity. We can achieve the kind of unity that says our country's in trouble, and we have to come together, and we have to fix it. And we can. One of the things that can stop us and I've heard a lot of this, and I've seen it on signs, is don't be angry. I call BS. If you hurt my child, I will be mad at you. That's a massive understatement, let me say. And I should be. If you hurt my friend, I'm going to be mad. And I should be. If you hurt my country, I will be angry and I should be. Mm-hmm. Anger is not hate. Hate wants to tell you that because it wants to get away with a bunch of stuff. It wants you to be complacent and complicit and everybody follow the rules, which are designed to protect power. Anger is not hate. I also want you to know that anger is a good place to be for a while, but it's not a place to live. And this is why. Anger dies down. And then it becomes useless. It becomes bitterness. What we have to do is transform anger into passion. Because passion gets you through. You hear people talking more and more, it's like the buzzword of the last decade, find your passion in life, right? Because that's what feeds you. That's what feeds your soul. That's what helps you to move forward and do effective things. Change your anger into passion. Develop a passion for justice and tolerance and equality, a passion for those good things that God calls us to do and be in the world. If you can shift your anger into passion, you are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Passion feeds the soul. Your passion may be different than mine, and that's okay. We have different ways to do this. But if Christians cannot come together and agree that God is a God of love, and that love means we respect every human being, then we can't call ourselves Christians. If we are not offended by a registry of Muslims, we do not get to talk about religious freedom. If we are not appalled that LGBT folk are being harassed at greater rates, we don't get to call ourselves followers of Jesus. We, as people of faith, have a very particular role to play. We live in a country where the moral compass is spinning right now. We have to stop that. Jesus is our moral compass. We must follow that. Now I want to give you some space because this has been crazy in the last week and a half. Lots of emotions, fear and anger and dread. And for some people, relief. People come from different places. But I want to give you an opportunity to either express how you're dealing with it or ask for help in how you're dealing with it, if you have that going on for you.